What's up YouTube, this is Hector from Not Too Nerdy, and as you can see I'm playing Uncharted 4 in the background. This is the multiplayer, and wow, so in case you guys have not heard, Uncharted 4 sales exceeded 2.7 million copies in the launch week. That's 2.7 million copies. Now this is including the copies sold to consumers for both retail disc and digital copies. So that's spanning through May 10th through May 16th. Now this is big. This is a lot of copies sold to consumers. So this is not even just to retail stores. This is actually what consumers had on them. Now, of course, it's including the digital copies, but still, that's a lot of copies. Now, for its first week, it's still not the best-selling Uncharted game yet. Uncharted 3 sold more, but obviously Uncharted 3 did not sell as much as, Uncharted 4 in the first week. Now, the first week, I think Uncharted 3 is something like over 3 million copies. It was sold to retail stores, that was not to consumers. The difference is this is 2.7 million copies to the actual consumers. So this is what people actually had on them. Now, I think this is a huge number for the first week, because a lot of people tend to wait a couple weeks later. There's more people are going to get games later on. As soon as school's over, I'm sure a lot of other people are going to buy games then. So this is a big number for the first week. I think Naughty Dog did a great job in the game. I really liked the game. I will give you guys a full review of the game later on, but just to give you a heads up, I did like the game a lot. I really enjoyed this game, so I'll go in more detail some other time. But I've been noticing a lot of people comparing this game and saying, comparing this to Halo 5 for the Xbox One. Now, first of all, these are two completely different genres, all right? First of all, this is third-person shooter compared to Halo, which is first-person. So I don't know why people are comparing it in the first place. Now, if you're comparing it because this is the game to go to for the PlayStation 4, as like the Halo 5 is the game to go to for Xbox One, then I guess I understand why they're comparing it. But if you really want to do sales numbers, Microsoft never said the sales numbers for the first week for the Xbox One. They never said how many copies, how many units were sold for Halo 5. They only said how much money they made, and they did make over $400 million the first week. But you gotta keep in mind, that's including hardware and software sales. Sony, however, sold 2.7 million copies of one game in 1 week. And that's a lot, it's really no point of comparing the two, because they're completely two different companies, two different games, but everyone wants to compare them. Well, then fine. You could compare it in that sense that Sony actually announced how many copies of Uncharted 4 they sold, and that's 2.7 million. The math, if you do the math, obviously that did not make as much money as Halo 5, but then again, Halo 5 included hardware and software sales. So you have to think about it like that. If you're talking about numbers, totals, I still don't even think Halo 5 has reached, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure NPD, which we all know, well, actually VG charts, which we all know it's not completely accurate. They're somewhat close at times, but they're not accurate, especially in the beginning. They become more accurate later on, after a couple years pass when they know the full numbers, but in the beginning, they're really not too accurate at all. But if we're going by those numbers, I still think Halo 5 didn't even sell 4 million. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below, but I still think it didn't even reach 4 million. So if you're looking at the same pace as Uncharted 4, what it did its first week, you're looking that it should pass that 4 million mark easily. So, but hey, like I said before, it's not a huge deal. I think on its own terms, I think Uncharted 4 was a huge success. It had great reviews. I personally really enjoyed the game, and I think that's what it's about. If you really enjoy a game, then go ahead and play it, and that's what it's all about. But let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this number. Do you think that Uncharted 4 was a successful game? And let me know if you liked the game or not. So this is Hector from Not Too Nerdy. I'm out. See you, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe.